Aye. Hello, Hayward, Cynthia, Karen, Elizabeth, Diane, Cherry, hello. How you doing? G'day. Happy Easter Saturday. Oh. Hello, Claire. Hello, Sherry. What's happening? What's the word on the street, everyone? Thank you very much for coming on my tour today. Lots of rhododendrons out today. How's life, everyone? Sherry, Claire, what's happening? How's life? How's the weather where you are? It's a beautiful day here in Edinburgh, Scotland. Cherry blossoms out as well. Do you remember? But you've been there for about 15 minutes now. You want to move? Give somebody else a chance to take photographs. They've been there for about 10 minutes. Nobody else can get a photograph because they're in the way. How rude. I'm not in the mood today, everyone. Anyone messages me today, they're getting a Glasgow kiss. How's everyone doing? Honestly to God, man, some people are just so rude. We like to roll our R's, us Scottish people, as you can tell. Rapido. Spanish people like us because we can roll our R's. Hey, Ava, how you doing? I've got the sexiest bunch of Voyagers going, I think, haven't I? I know how to sweet talk a lady, I just don't know how to get one. What's happening, everyone? I'm assuming you can hear me, yeah? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. It's always good to get the basics sorted out correctly, anyway. Oh, no thumbs up yet. Oh, no. Oh, you can. Oh, yeah. Cool. Nice postcards today. Beautiful postcards. Only problem is, it's in the sunshine, you can't see the screen. Rhododendrons everywhere in this garden. Hey, Susanna, won't you marry me? How's it going? Some nice postcards today. Cherry blossoms are out, the rhododendrons are out. How am I doing, Paul? Says Claire. No bad. No free bad, you know. I keep on thinking it's Sunday today for some bizarre reason, even though it's Saturday. I'm a day ahead of myself today. Hey, Suzanne, how's it going? Not long to go now. A couple more days and Heygo's out the box. Some nice cherry blossoms up here. Beautiful day here in Edinburgh. Edinburgh. It's a beautiful day. Hello, Marie and Annie. It's a lovely sunny day here. It is supposed to cloud over actually shortly. It's not forecast to rain, so that's good. I never brought my umbrella today. Hey, Linda. Only problem is everyone's quite busy in the park today. They've got an Easter egg trail, or maybe that's tomorrow. Did I read that wrong? What it is, I'm a day ahead of myself. I keep on thinking the day is Sunday. Hey, Natasha. Cheryl D as well. Hello. How you doing? Can you hear the birds singing? Twitter. Hey, Ronnie. How you doing, bro? What's happening? What's the word on the street? Loud birds today. I was here last year, maybe a year and a half ago, during lockdown, and who had any Rebus fans here? Any Ian Rankin fans? Last year I came here and Ian Rankin was sitting on the bench having an ice cream. Hello Jill, Lorraine, how's it going? Christina, Gail. Have I missed anyone else? How you doing? Barbara. How's everyone doing for a Sunday today? Beautiful day here in Edinburgh. It's not that hot, it's about 12 degrees Celsius. It's not like what we'd call hot at all. How's the rain doing today? Nice day today in Edinburgh. The birds are singing. Oh, the Brazilian rhubarb plants are not out yet. They must be due. They're maybe just starting to come through now. See these things, man. Look. Because going through now. See, in a few weeks they'll be absolutely humongous. You can't even see them, they're that big. Aye, that's the one called that. Gunara manicata. Look. I'm sure it's Brazilian rhubarb it gets called. Mine is two here. Oof, gee whiz. Hey, Deborah, your name is Deborah. It always suited you. And they said that when we grew up, we'd get married and then we'd split up. We never did that, although I often thought of it. Deborah, do you recall the wood chip on the wall? When you came round to call, you didn't notice me at all. So I said, let's all meet up in the year 2000. Won't it be strange when we're all fully grown? How's everyone doing today? Oh, the billow's coming out as well, look. The billow's over there. I bet you didn't think you'd get serenade today, Deborah, did you? I used to sing to Deborah, her name doesn't suit her. But today I said it does suit her. Her name does suit her today, because I say so and I'm in charge. Lots of families here today. I'm sure there's some Easter egg trail thing on. All these little annoying children here.
Lots of these little
Where am I going? Let's go this way. Oh, yeah. Hello, everyone who's joining. I've just been singing a song. If I recognise a name and I can sing a song about that person, I try and sing a song to welcome them. I welcome Suzanne by singing, "Oh, Susanna, won't you marry me?" Then we had Deborah, whose name suited her today. Anyone else? Ronnie, Claire. Claire, there must be a song with Claire in it. Claire. How long have we got to go? Suzanne's got a wonderful house, by the way. She posts some fantastic photographs on Facebook. I'm so jealous of Suzanne's big house. She's got more land than the average Scottish lord. Hey, Ronnie. Rhonda. Hello, Rhonda. One of my favourite places in Spain, actually. Rhonda. Beautiful place. If you've never been, you should go. Dolly. Have you been working 9 to 5? I don't want my jokes get worse, by the way. Hello, Susan. Claire. Gilbert O'Sullivan one. Claire, is her? There we go. Hey, Jessica. Well, if you marry me, you have to take care of it. About 4 hours to mow the lawn. 4 hours to mow the lawn. Jesus, holy moly. I used to be a gardener maintenance guy. Mel used to cutting grass and clearing snow with a snowplough. Well, when I say a snowplough, it was a tractor with a plough attachment on it. Jessica, how's Jessica today? Not far from Dolly P. Dolly P's a legend, eh? She's one of the most sweetest ladies in the world, Dolly P. She gave £1 million of her own money to help the vaccine when the COVID first came out. God, these plants smell like somewhere in an Amsterdam coffee shop. We better not let the teenagers in here. The teenagers will be trying to rip up the plant to smoke it. It smells like weed. And that doesn't include the bits you need to push the motor. Oh, I don't like doing strimming. See, strimming. Oh, I'd never liked that job, strimming. Yeah, I never liked that job. Cutting down trees, I quite liked that. I used to cut down the trees, but I didn't like doing the branches. I just like chopping down trees with a chainsaw. That was good fun. But then you had to cut all the branches off, and that gave you a bad back. Do I have my new toy with me? Yes, I do. I'm using it for the second time today. Oh, Carolyn, B, Malik, Mag, Anne. Good morning, everybody. I'm back once again like the Renegade Master. Fee-fi-fo. Fee-fi-fo. Oh. Where's I'm going? Let's walk. Oh, here we go. Let's walk along here. Hey, Anne. Carolyn, what's happening today? How's the word? What's the word on the street? Hope everyone's good in the hood today. As you join me for a little walk about this park area here. This is not quite as big as Suzanne B's garden, of course. Suzanne B's garden's about the same size as this, about 72 acres. Beautiful day today. I get lost in here quite regular, but so it's quite fun. You end up in places where you don't know where you are. Let's go along here and see what we are. The place is so vast. We can. I don't think I've ever been round at all. Alina, Jessica, Suzanne. It's not that big. Just about. Yeah, she posts some beautiful photographs, stunning photographs on Facebook of all the sunsets and sunrises and the trees with the snow on them. Beautiful. Hey, Gabby. Jessica B. How's life, everyone, anyway? How's everyone doing? How long have we got to go? Dos minutos. Hey, Mike L. How's it going? By the way, I could get lost in here, by the way. I don't think I've ever been to this bit before. This could be a fun day. Hello, Barbara and Christopher. How's life going today? I'm in a bit of a panic. I've left my inhaler at home. Can you hear the birds singing? Beautiful day here in southern Ontario. Hey, Wendy. How's it hanging, Christopher? How's it hanging today? Vicky. My ex-wife's name is called Victoria, named after Victoria train station in Melbourne, which was named after Queen Victoria. Of course, after which the Victoria Sponge was named. You're in fine company there, Vicky. And of course you've got Sticky Vicky in Benidorm. If you don't know who Sticky Vicky is in Benidorm, I would recommend Googling it. But my recommendation is do not have images on. If you search for Sticky Vicky, do not have images up because you'll get a shock. Hola, Beth, buenas tardes, ¿qué pasa, qué tal? Marie. Oh, in Bohemia it was snowing. Oh, Jesus, holy moly. Get a vet here. Richard. Mike. How's everyone doing today? You find me lost in a park somewhere. This could be a fun tour. I could be here a while. Oh, the tour's trying to look. He's only had one job, everyone. Again, one job. Every day I give you one job, and that's to remind me when the clock starts. Almost every day you fail. Oh, she was. I'm not disappointed, I'm just angry. How's everyone doing today, by the way? Paul here. Bonnie. Yeah, thanks for that, Karen. My name's Paul, by the way. I take it there's nobody here for the very first time. Everyone knows the script now, yeah? Everyone knows how to take a post. Hello, Melinda and Diane. Everyone knows how to take a postcard. Oh, if you're not following my channel, I'm trying to get 4,450. I'm only about 13 away or something like that. If you can follow my channel, if you're not already following it. Hello, Chelsea. Lexi, how you doing? I'm using my new gimbal today. I've got a wee trick. It's got an extendable tripod thing, right? So if I put it up halfway, I don't have to hold it. Because if I was holding the gimbal, right, the old gimbal, I would have to hold my hand up here. But now because I've got the selfie, I only have to hold it here. The tripod thing, so it's quite cool. Hey, Don. So you might find me getting lost today, everyone. I've got no idea where I am. I'm on a magical mystery tour. Might get some nice postcards, but cherry blossoms, rhododendrons are out, as you can see. Lots of rhododendrons in this park. Hey, Dan. So, Christopher, you chose me over Florent. Wow, that's a privilege. I didn't know Florent was on at the same time. I wouldn't put a tour on. He gets about 1,000 people watching his tours. How's everyone doing? Barbara, thank you so much for coming on my tour today. I've got no idea where I am. But it's a beautiful place. I've never been in it. I can't remember coming in this section before. Hey, Dan. What's happening? What's going down on the street? What's the word? Beautiful day here in Edinburgh. Trisha! How's it going? Thank you very much for coming on the tour today. It's a beautiful day here in Edinburgh, as you can see. I'm using my new gimbal today, so you need to bear with me. I'm not sure what mode. It's got 4 different modes, right? You know, it's got like automatic, follow, PF. I don't know what PF means. And it's got FPV. So you put it on different modes. The gimbal acts in different ways. So I've just put it onto auto. So I'm hoping that will suffice. So if the camera starts going a squiff. In fact, is that a Scottish word, a squiff? Does anyone know that word, a squiff? Americans, do you know that word, a squiff? It means it goes squint or off. Your 1 o'clock gun cracked me up. Oh yeah, with the guy. Hey, Connie and Jan. A squiff, yes. A squiff. It must be a Scottish word. There we go. Say hello to Buddha. Hey, Buddha. Get some nice postcards, everyone, yeah? A squiff. Not squiff, a squiff. I'm sure it is anyway. I could be wrong, mind you. I only went to a school for less than 2 years, but I'm quite good at spelling. I'm quite good at the maths and spelling, likes. Well, not maths, sorry. Arithmetic. Arithmetic, I'm not bad at. Sharon. Vera. Hello, Sharon. Thank you very much. Yeah, askew. That's it. Vera, Terry and Rose. Hey Rose, how's it going today? Welcome to a beautiful day here in Edinburgh. This tour is supposed to be about Scottish independence. Could Scotland be the next independent country in the world? Well, it's not looking too likely just now. The Scottish government is in chaos. I don't know if you've seen the news in the last few weeks about Scotland. The First Minister has resigned, her husband has resigned as Chief Executive. The press officer resigned. Lots of other people have resigned. We've got a new First Minister. The police searched Nicola Sturgeon's house. Gone to Squiff, that's the one. So yeah, independence has probably been set back by about 5 years in the last few weeks. So, such is life. Skiwiff, maybe. I'm not sure. I never said it was perfect. Oh, look, we've got some animals here. I don't know what they are. Janet! Grace, thank you for gracing us with your presence today, Grace. And everyone else, thank you for giving me the time of day to come here and have a little walk about this park. And we can see if we can find some nice postcards. It's quite busy today with little brats, children. Hey, Janet, Lily, Nicola. Welcome. What's that? What duck looks mean? Oh, look. Got some nice rimbuster here. Hello everyone who's joining. The Skiwiff. Not tiddly. Is that the definition, is it? Well, when I say park, I was kind of downplaying it a little bit. I'm actually in the Botanical Gardens in Edinburgh. I called it a park just to be facetious. There you go, there's another word for you, facetious. Skull coming out today. This path is not suitable for wheelchairs, by the way, just in case anyone's thinking of coming to Edinburgh. Hello, Alpha, Lottie, Kaelin. Oh, I thought that was going to be a Kaylee join-in. I could have sang a song for Kaylee with all the cherry blossoms here. The Royal Botanical Gardens of Edinburgh. This is the Chinese hillside. Oh look, there's a rat pigeon getting a bath. Hey Cornelio, Phil. Squiff is a squoo. Squiffy is a bit unwell. Hello everyone who's joining. Welcome to Edinburgh's Royal Botanical Gardens. For a little talk about Scottish independence. Could Scotland be the next independent country? We'll have a little chat about that. Let's take some nice postcards as well. This could be your last chance to have some postcards in here. A rat. Ah, yeah, pigeons are rats. We call them rats with wings. Pigeons. Beautiful here, isn't it? This is the Chinese hillside area of the Botanical Gardens. Free to get in. Free to get in, of course. Edinburgh is the capital city of Scotland. Of course, it's a very expensive place to come on vacation. It's an expensive place to live and study as well. But there are quite a few things you can do for free. For free? For free! I meant to say free. Wood pigeons are not too bad. Hey, Patricia. She's just whacked on the head by a branch there. Has anyone been to the Botanical Gardens here before? In Edinburgh? Very nice here. Very peaceful, but it's very busy today, Sunday. Normally I would come here during the week, when it's much quieter. And always over the Easter weekend, we have lots of activities for kids and so on as well in the gardens, as you can imagine. And there's lots of tourists in Edinburgh. I'm just trying to stay away from Edinburgh city centre. Unless I have to go to Edinburgh centre, I'm not going. It's just so busy just now with tourists. So all this week, I've only been into the centre once, briefly for about 20 minutes. Because all my tours this week have been away from Edinburgh city centre. The signal has been terrible as well. It's Saturday. Yeah, I'm a day ahead. I keep on thinking today's Sunday. So don't listen to me. Calling Gloria, 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 calling Gloria. Hi Gloria, I'd like to sing a song if I recognise her name. Agatha. I didn't see you in there. Hello Lottie, thank you for leaving a tip today. Much appreciated. Max did some great tours. Yes, he's a botanical staff worker. Beautiful, you can hear the sound of the running water. Beautiful, isn't it? Stay until the end, we've got the best part at the end. Hey Gloria, how's life today? It's a beautiful day here in Edinburgh, as you can see. The sun is shining, the weather is sweet. That sounds like a song, doesn't it? Did anyone ever do that at work? I remember years ago I used to work with the Scottish Government as a gardener actually, so as a gardener handyman. And a few of the maintenance team one day we says, right, this was just when mobile phones were coming out and we had like walkie-talkies to communicate with each other. And obviously we're always on call to the bosses and so on. So one day for a laugh we says, every time we speak we'll just try and speak in song lyrics and see if anyone notices. So all day, every time after somebody shouted us on the radio, we'd go back, hello, is it me you're looking for? Stuff like that, you know. Can you post? I can't post buy me a coffee, but if somebody else can, I can't post links. We can only post images. We can only post images. I think I've got too many clothes on today. Whew. It's quite hot. I didn't think it was going to be quite hot. As hot as that today. As you can see, look here, it's quite busy. It looks how many brats are here. I mean, children. Oh yeah, quite busy. Let's see, I'm sure there's some Easter egg activities or something going on. Yeah, try and avoid going on holiday when there's kids about, eh? There's nothing as annoying as going on holiday. I've done my duty as a parent, you know. Get out of my way, brats. Especially when you have to sit next to one on a plane. Oh, imagine getting on a 12-hour plane and you've got a kid on either side of you. You know what I mean? I love children. I just couldn't eat a whole one, you know. Oh, by the way. Sorry, I forgot to show you a view. So I'll go back. Oh, won't you come on over, Valerie? Hey, Val. Too stringy. Thank you, Karen. Karen's put a link in the chat, everyone. Get stuck in your teeth. Look. So there's, look, anyone recognise that big building there in the background? Anyone recognise it? Anyone seen that before on a Heygo tour? How many times have you seen that on a Heygo tour? Edinburgh Castle. So you can see we're not that far away from the centre. You can actually walk here. 25 minutes, all downhill. If you're staying in the centre, I'd advise getting the bus back because it's uphill. You can actually get a topless tour bus that comes down here. So if you get, there's There's a couple of different topless tour bus routes in Edinburgh. So you've got the city centre route, and you've also got the Britannia route. So if you get the Britannia topless tour bus, it comes past the Botanics here. So a good way to see Edinburgh is get a couple of buy a bus ticket, topless tour bus. Because you can get on and off, you know. You can just get on and off when you like, you know. There's a harp. Lovely to see the cherry blossoms out in the rhododendrons. They've got one of the largest collections of rhododendrons in the world here. The Harp of Ireland. It's full of people taking photographs today, everyone. I think it's going to be quite annoying, you know, try to get good postcards. It'd be good if you had a water pistol, See if people were standing too long, like taking all your views in the postcards. You could just scoosh them with a water pistol, Try and get them out your way. Okay, if you stand there for too long, I should have thought that a while ago, Either that or a taser. Just tase them. I mean, look. Oh, Diane. Thank you, Diane, for putting in my... You can add me as a friend on Facebook if you like, everyone. You want to get a bit closer, pal? Honestly. These Instagrammers. I've never met such an annoying race of people than Instagrammers. Or Instagrammers a race. Because if they need exterminated. Oh. When you said topless tour bus, I thought the people were topless. Yeah, people were asking me to go topless on the topless tour bus. Look at this. This is the Nepalese area. It annoys me how they stand on all the other plants to get their selfie. I know. They're so rude, some of them. So selfish and so rude. But I tell you, one of my friends suggested to me to become an Instagram boyfriend the other day there. I think I told a couple of you. Yeah, one of my pals suggested being an Instagram boyfriend, you know, because a lot of solo female travellers, all they need their boyfriend for is to take photographs for them. Hey, Aphrodite. And Carol. Welcome to Nepal. Karen, thank you for that, Karen. If you look in the link in the chat, everyone. Oh, where's the bell gone? I'll ring the bell for you. Ding dong! Oh, yeah, it's 10 years today since Maggie Thatcher died. And do you know what they used to sing? Well, do you know what some Scottish people sang? Ding dong, the witch is dead. There was big parties when Margaret Thatcher died in Scotland. You see the prayer rags. They've got different meanings in different parts of the world. Like, some people leave them for a prayer, they make a prayer, and as the colours fade away, the prayer comes to fruition. Or if somebody's got an illness, they wash it and then put it up, and as the cloth fades, the illness goes away. Or you make a wish, stuff like that, you know. Fairy Glens. Oh, yeah. Northern Ireland too, is it, Jessica? Northern Ireland. Lots of Scottish connections between Ireland and, of course, well, Northern Ireland, of course. The Ulster Scots. Of course, that was the first clearances of Scotland. The lowland clearances, a lot of people in Scotland from the border areas moved to Ulster in Northern Ireland. Oh, Maggie Thatcher, you meant you had parties, all right. Yes, had parties in Northern Ireland, did they? The Gaels. Did they? In Northern Ireland? What, the nationalists? I'm assuming it wasn't the unionists. Jessica, sorry, that was to you. Oh, look, I had some tree damage, look. Look, see it? The branches have snapped away, see it? It's always a big worry in the botanical gardens if they get late snow and high winds. they get a lot of tree damage. Hello, Deanne. Thank you for coming on my tour again. Sharon, thank you for leaving a tip. Yeah, it's split into 12 areas, this. Hello, Kerry. And, is it Kerry? I can't see Kelly. Shirley. I've got something off Mark on my phone. I can't see all the names that are joining. Yes, I'm in the Edinburgh's Botanical Gardens today. I just thought I would try and stay away from the city centre as much as possible because the signalling, they've been having signalling problems in Edinburgh Centre, so I thought I'd come down here and hopefully the signal will be better here. So hopefully it will. Hello there. The Gaels. The Gaels, the link between Northern Ireland and Scotland. Sorry, no, in the late 17th century, the Lowland Scots, it was called, you've all heard of the Highland clearances. Well, it was actually the Lowland clearances. The Lowland clearances actually happened first, and that was because of the agriculture, the crops had failed, and advancements in agriculture, farming methods and so on were changing. So people were becoming unprofitable. So a lot of the Scots and King James VI set up a colony, didn't he, as well? King James VI set up a colony in the early 1600s. So I thought you were going to talk about freedom. Yes, I am. I'm just a bit depressed, actually, because of independence. I support independence. Just to let you know about this, I support independence. Scotland is one of the oldest countries in the world. Scotland is the second oldest country in Europe. We were created around about 843. We're almost 100 years older than England. And obviously we've been fighting for centuries with England. At least 36 battles between Scotland and England. And then what happened was in 1603, Mary Queen of Scots' son, James VI of Scotland, became James I of England when Elizabeth I died with no children. Thank you, Sharon. Why didn't Scotland vote? I'll come to that, Barbara. I'll come to that, actually. Good question. So when King James became King of England and Scotland, he wanted to unite the countries. He wanted to be King of Great Britain. Okay? So the wheels of motion started around about 1603. There had been several attempts over the centuries to try and keep peace between England and Scotland and so on. And what happened was Scotland were also setting up colonies. They tried to set up a colony. Have you heard of the Darien Project? The Darien Project. And that's when Scotland tried to set up another colony. This will be a queen bee, by the way. You see all the bees out just now are queen bees. By the way, if you see a bee trapped behind a window, you have to feed it. You have to feed it and help it escape. Because if the queen bees die, that's a colony gone. Because the queen bees have to keep the colonies going. So if you must rescue the queen bees. And they're the ones that are out just now. Hey, Kimiji. Welcome to Edinburgh. Thank you for coming on my tour. Yeah, so Scotland tried to set up a colony called the Darien Project. And it was a massive failure. It was a failure due to many different reasons, to be honest. England made sure it was never going to happen. Spain, because England and Spain were the main colonial masters at this time. And both England and Spain made sure that the Scottish colony was going to fail in Darien. So when the Darien Project failed, a lot of the Scottish nobility, the people with money, they lost a lot of money. They lost a lot of money. And then England brought in an act called the Alien Act. Darien. Darien. D-A-R-I-E-N. If you Google Darien Project, the first mob that went got killed by disease. A lot of them got killed by disease, wiped out by disease, but Spain and England put like blockades on them and so on to make sure that the colony was going to fail. So a lot of the Scottish nobility and lords lost a lot of money. And then England introduced an act called the Alien Act. The Alien, A-L-I-E-N, the Alien Act, okay? And basically what that act meant, that anyone in Scotland that owned land in England would have their lands taken away from them. You would become an alien, right? It was like a blockade as well on Scotland, right? So basically what happened was nobody in Scotland got a vote in 1707. So the Union of the Crowns was 1603. Britain, England and Scotland joined in 1707, okay? 1707, right? And you might have heard of Robert Burns, our national poet. Robert Burns is our national poet, yeah? Well, he wrote about the people who signed the document, the treaty between England and Scotland. He said this about them: bought and sold for English gold, such a parcel of rogues in a nation. Because what the lords did was they took a bribe, some as little as £20. England basically bribed the Scottish nobility, landowners and lords to become part of England. The Darien scheme. There we go. Thank you, Dr. Windsor. If you want to find out more about that. Not got enough time to go into that. But basically it was a failure. Look at these people are stealing plants. You've got to watch the middle classes. They come in and steal the plants. Jessica. What link's that, Jessica? Is that a link to the Darien project as well? Thank you for that. So that's from Glasgow University, so that'll be a fantastic article to read about it, I would imagine. Yeah, so that was a failure. A lot of people lost a lot of money. England introduced the Alien Act. The lords took bribes. And England and Scotland joined or merged, or Scotland was taken over, whatever you want to call it, in 1707. So the Scottish Parliament, which was in Edinburgh, moved down to England. It almost fell apart a couple of years later. A lot of the Scots were against it. There was riots broke out all over Scotland against the Union. Nobody wanted the Union in Scotland. The ordinary people were against it. Thanks for that, Jessica. So if you click on the article there, Panama, if you click on the article there that Jessica's put in, it's there'll be a lot more in depth about that. So thank you for that. So basically in 1707, England and Scotland joined. So the Union of the Crowns and the Union of England and Scotland is a separate unions, okay? So even if Scotland ever does become independent, the Union of the Crowns will still be there, because King George, who when George becomes king, he is still related on the bloodline to Mary, Queen of Scots. Okay? So the Union of the Crowns will still exist if Scotland ever does become independent. It's a completely separate union. So what happens is Scotland gets about 60 MPs. England gets over 600 MPs. So basically in the Westminster Parliament, whatever England wants, England gets. So whatever government England elects, they get. Scotland just has to go with what England votes for, because we're only 8.2% of the population. So for over half my life, I have been ruled by the right-wing Conservative Party, but Scotland has never voted for this party since 1955. So the Conservative Party, as they're known here, nobody in Scotland has voted them since 1955, but despite that, over half my life has been ruled by Conservatives who we never voted for. And they keep on imposing policies upon us which we don't like. Like, we host Britain's nuclear weapons here. Now, England said the nuclear weapons for Britain are too dangerous to be kept in England. So what did they do? They brought 240 nuclear warheads to Scotland and stored them here instead. Thank you very much, England. They also imposed Margaret Thatcher upon us. against their win, or against their will as well. And Margaret Thatcher decimated Scotland. It's led, Margaret Thatcher's policies have led to Scotland becoming the country in Europe that has the most drug deaths. Scotland has got the worst drug deaths in Europe, and you can trace it directly back to the policies of Margaret Thatcher. So Scotland could be one of the richest countries in the world. In 1974, Scotland discovered oil and nat gas in the North Sea. How did Thatcher hurt Scotland? She basically used her own oil money. Right, what happened was in 1974, Scotland discovered oil and gas in the North Sea. Now, for centuries, England had been telling Scotland we're too small, too poor to become an independent country. So when we discovered oil and gas in the North Sea, the clamour for independence was growing. So Labour were in power at this point. So what Labour did was, Labour asked a professor called Professor Macron to produce a report to find out how rich an independent Scotland might be. And what Professor Macron found out and discovered was that Scotland could be one of the richest countries in the entire world. So what did Labour do with that information? They buried it for 30 years. And during that time in 1979, Margaret Thatcher came to power against our will and used our own money to decimate Scotland. She closed down all the heavy industry, the steel yards, the shipyards, the mines, the car makers, the manufacturers. Hundreds of thousands of people were put on the dole. Across Britain in 2 years, she put 3 million people on the dole. Can you believe that? She introduced neoliberalism with her friend from America, Ronald Reagan. Sorry, Ronnie Reagan. Always call him Reagan after the O2. No O2, U2. And what that meant was they sold off Britain. The people of Britain used to own British Telecom, British Gas, the water and so on. Everything was owned by the country. And Margaret Thatcher sold it off at a massive loss to all her friends in the city of London. So all of Scotland's oil and gas money was used to put hundreds of thousands of people on the dole, and all the money went to London. So before 1974, Canary Wharf in London was a barren, desolate wasteland. And if you look at Canary Wharf now, it's full of high-rise skyscrapers, billions of pounds of investment have went there. And in Scotland, we have over 20% of people living in poverty. We produce 6 times more gas and energy than we need. And despite this, we've got almost 40% of people living in fuel poverty. It's quite sad, to be honest. It's quite sad. We could be one of the richest countries in the world. We've got a higher GDP than France, for example. But in Britain as well, we're the 5th largest economy in the world, but we're the 4th most unequal country in the world. Britain is the 4th most unequal country in the entire world. So I just think if Scotland was an independent country, we would not have as much poverty as what we have now. We would not have pensioners dying because they're too scared to switch on their heating in the winter. Of course not, it's not just Scotland. The people of the north of England got decimated too. All the money went to the southeast, London. Yeah, so the north of England got decimated just as badly. But people in Durham, people in Durham just voted in a Conservative politician recently. I can't understand that. Durham was decimated by the mine closures and so on. And because of Brexit, the people of Durham decided to vote for a Conservative politician. I just find that bizarre. I just find it really bizarre. Yeah, the money just all went to London. So basically the North Sea, oil and gas of Scotland paid for all the infrastructure in London. It built the Channel Tunnel, the M25, the Millennium Dome, the London sewer system, the London Underground, the tubes and so on was all paid for with Scottish money. And so fast forward until 2014. In 2014, Scotland was given a referendum on independence. Hi pal, I'll just squeeze past you, pal. Right, pal. So in 2014, the people of Scotland were given a referendum on independence, and they allowed non-Scottish born people to vote. So if you lived in Scotland for more than 6 months, you were given a vote. Okay? So the main argument for the no side was if you want to stay in the European Union, you have to vote no. Okay? And before the referendum, only about 14% of Scottish people supported independence. We never had any single newspaper or media publication. Every single TV channel, radio channel, newspaper channel were all against Scottish independence. Despite this scare tactics, 52.7% of Scottish born people voted yes to leave the United Kingdom. 52.7% of Scottish people voted to leave Britain, okay? But what happened was, remember, we allowed the English people to vote, like myself, and we also allowed European citizens to vote. And so because of the European Union, citizens thinking they were going to get kicked out of Europe, and the English who lived here probably wanted to stay in the Union more than other people did, so that swung the vote to 55% no. So if Scotland had only allowed Scottish-born people to vote yes in the referendum, to vote in the referendum, Scotland would now be an independent country. Scotland would be if we'd only allowed Scottish-born people to vote, we would be independent just now. I would not get a vote because I was born in England. I am English by birth. Hi, Leah. Will the new First Minister block independence? Do you mean the Prime Minister? The First Minister of Scotland is a Scottish nationalist and they want independence, but the UK government are trying to deny a referendum. So what happened was, right, so Scotland, because we allowed English and Europeans to vote in 2014, that swung the vote to 54% no, okay? 54% voted, 55% voted no, they wanted to stay with Britain, okay? Despite 52.7% of Scots wanting to leave, all right? So then what happened in 2016, there was a referendum on leaving the European Union. And guess what happened there? Well, the people of Scotland voted 62% voted to stay in the European Union. But despite this, because England has got the larger population, Scotland was taken out of the European Union against its will. Okay? So 62% is a higher percentage than 55%. All right? So despite this, the Scottish National Party, who are in the government, they've been in government for 16 years. In their manifesto every time is to hold a referendum on independence. But despite this, look at these Instagrammers. Despite this, the UK government are trying to deny us our democratic right to have a referendum. So we've kind of hit a stalemate just now. We're in a stalemate. So you've got the new Prime Minister of England, who is Rishi Sunak, who is of Indian heritage. And you have now the new First Minister of Scotland, who is of Pakistani heritage. So just think about that for a second. One of Britain's worst crimes in 1947 was to partition India, creating Pakistan and India. So how ironic would it be if Scotland got independence just now, and a Pakistani heritage person and an Indian heritage person had to partition Britain? Wouldn't that be hilarious? If Scotland had got independence in 2014, they would have been out of the European Union with no guarantee of getting back in. Yes, but we would have been the most EU-compliant country to ever apply. We have 60% of all the oil and gas in the EU. We have 25% of all the fish in the EU. 25% of the coastline of the EU. Up to 50% of the renewables in the EU. And the people of the European Union would vote to let Scotland back in, no problem, just to annoy England. So yes, we would have to apply to get back in, but we would be the most EU-compliant country ever to apply, because all of our laws are EU-compliant for decades. It would be the easiest transition ever. But first we would just join the EEA. And that is like you can get access to the single market, but you don't have to, like Norway and countries like that, So you don't have to fully join the EU, you can join EEA. And then, whilst you're waiting to join in the EU, you can still access the single market. So there's no problem with that at all. If we vote to stay in the with England, we've got no chance of getting back into the European Union because there is no party in England who wants to campaign for the European Union. Not one. Not one single party. See these Instagrammers, man. Look up here. These are Instagrammers. Has anyone got a big water pistol with them? I would hate to have a girlfriend that was into just Instagramming. I would hate it. You know, all you're used for is to take photographs for your girlfriend. TikTok and Instagram, you know what I mean? Aren't they losing money? Yeah, Britain's lost billions. Scotland's lost billions. England's lost billions. We've lost a lot of workers. The prices are going through the roof of everything since we left the EU. We've got food shortages in the shops. Electricity is quadrupled in price. Scotland has now got the highest electricity bills in the whole world. Believe it or not, Scotland has got the highest electricity bills in the whole world. We have to pay about £1,000 more than English people do. For two reasons. Is we have a higher transmission charge, and plus it's colder in Scotland. So in England, the average house is 2,500. In Scotland, it's between 3,000 and 3,500, despite Scotland producing all the electricity. Not just due to leaving the EU, not just, but a big massive part of it, because the EU, France, for example, capped their gas prices at 4%. Britain is quadrupled, right? A lot of it's down to the UK Conservative government. I know, I'm not denying that. I'm not denying that at all. But leaving the EU was the most stupidest mistake that a country has ever made, in my opinion. Why would you choose to leave the world's largest single market, the right to live and work and study in 27 countries? They've taken away my rights as a European citizen. I can now only go to Europe for 3 months at a time. It's disgusting. Especially for young people as well. They've taken away Erasmus from the young people. Right. That will be right. Oh, look at this, everyone. Beautiful, isn't it? Hola, Iva. Buenas tardes. ¿Qué pasa? I'm not on a different continent. I'm in Edinburgh, by the way. This is Edinburgh. This is Scotland. Look at it. It's like a different continent, isn't it? There's only one problem. It makes you need the toilet. Beautiful here. This is my favourite part of the gardens here. Beautiful, isn't it? Hola, I saw the title. It was a good Scotland. Are you from Scotland? Lo siento, no hablar mucho español. Es posible hablamos inglés, por favor. Yeah, my Spanish is just as bad as my English. Beautiful, isn't it? So we're in a little bit of a stalemate just now between Scotland and England. We're trying to get a referendum on independence, and the UK government are always blocking it. The democracy deniers of the UK government are trying to block the rights of the Scottish people. Labour are trying to say they will block it too. So Labour, the Party of England, are trying to say that only if we vote for Labour will our votes count. What Labour are saying, if you vote for the Scottish National Party or an independent supporting party, your vote doesn't count. What kind of democracy is that we live in? Can anyone tell me? Can anyone answer that? What kind of democracy is Britain? If Scotland keep on voting for a party who wants to have a referendum, and the UK government keep on blocking that referendum, they are democracy deniers. So Yes, the Battle of Tiber. The Scots have got many connections. Robert the Bruce's heart. In fact, that's how Braveheart came about. You know Braveheart, that wasn't William Wallace. That was Robert the Bruce. That was when the Scots tried to help the Spanish expel the Moors in the Battle of Tiber. In the 1300s, they'd been given permission by the Pope to take Robert the Bruce's heart to the Holy Land. But on the way there, they helped the Spanish against the Moors. And in the middle of the battle, the Scottish knight, the Black Douglas, threw Robert the Bruce's heart into the battle to give them inspiration. And there's different theories about how we said Braveheart, but Braveheart was Robert the Bruce, not William Wallace. So check out the Battle of Tiber if you want to find out more on Google about that. Does anyone have any questions about Scottish independence? Does anyone think it would be a bad idea for Scotland to become independent? As I say, I'm English. I was born in England. I am quintessentially British. But I've never felt British, funny enough. It's weird. I've only ever felt English or Scottish. I've never felt British. And I am what you would call quintessentially British. I was born in England. My parents were both English and Scottish. And I have lived in several places in England and Scotland. I love England. I love all the countries separately. Scotland, does anyone think it should be a part of Britain? Does anyone think it should be British? I can understand that it's older people. Now what's happening is the vast majority of people under 55 want independence, and it's the older ones over 55. The older you get, the higher percentage of people who want to stay part of Britain, because they came through a war, they fought as a war together, so you can understand that. A lot of family ties as well. I've got family ties. Most of my family live in England. I've hardly got any family in Scotland. Most of them live in England. Independence, no, Scotland needs to go. So no, Janet, we're just coming to the end of the tour, unfortunately. I hope you've enjoyed this walk about this botanical gardens. It's a beautiful place, isn't it? This is my favourite part of Edinburgh in here. See this section here? This is the rock garden area. And this is like a lot of alpine plants and so on from Afghanistan, New Zealand, high altitude places. And the plants have really, really adapted. They've been over 100 years here. This garden's over 100 years old, and the plants have really adapted well to the Scottish climate. It's fantastic here. So if you ever do come to vacation in Edinburgh, you must come to the Botanical Gardens. It's free of charge. It's split into 12 zones. The glass houses are closed down just now, unfortunately. So I hope you enjoyed the tour. I didn't get notified. I'll walk about for a little bit, let you see the gardens. Quite busy today. I keep on thinking it's Sunday, but for some reason, I think it's because the traffic's very quiet today. I keep on thinking it's Sunday for some reason. Yeah, the waterfalls. Dr. Bonita, can somebody post buy me a coffee? I haven't got it. I can't do it. It has to be somebody else that does it. Yeah, this is my favourite part here, Dawn, as well. See here? Thank you, Dolly. Yeah, just a reminder, everyone, this is a tip-based platform if you can leave a tip. We've only got a couple more days to go on Heygo, unfortunately. The dream is coming to an end, but hopefully we can continue it in another way. Hopefully we've got a couple more platforms and some more hopefully coming back as well. So watch this space. We're going to try and keep it together. If you haven't already, subscribe to the Guide Collective. Okay. Oh, sorry about that. My gimbal just went a squiff there. Yeah, remember, don't cry because it's over. Be happy because we had it. Let's see. Oh no. Man. See, sometimes in life, man. Sometimes in life things go wrong. Come on. There we go.
Like a bird on wing.
sailors cry. Carry the land that's born to be king over the sea to sky.
Thank you, Karen.
Blow the wind howls, blow the waves roar, thunderclaps rend the air. Baffle the roar, stand by the shore, follow they will not dare.
1 second, everyone. 1 second. Give me a second, everyone.
Over the sailors cry. Carry the land that's born to be king over the sea to the sky. Many's the line fought on that day, well the claymore did wield. When the night came, silent we lay, dead on blooded fields. Sleep only goes like a bird on the wing, all the sailors cry. Carry the land that's born to be king over the sea to though the waves heave soft, will ye sleep? Ocean's royal bed, rocked in the deep, Flora will keep watch by your weary head. Speed only road like a bird on the wind, over the sailors cry. Carry the land that's born to be king.
The signal's crap down here.
Over the sea to sky.
So there we go, everyone. Hope you've enjoyed the tour today. Thank you very much for coming on my tour. Still a few more to go. I think I'll put on a tour tomorrow, by the way. I'll put on a tour about depression. I had a few people contact me. Hi Mark, how you doing? I had a few people contact me about depression. So I'll put a tour on tomorrow night. I think it's 6 o'clock or something like that. It's just a safe place to discuss how you're feeling or whatever like that. So I've only got 2 or 3 more tours to do on Heygo. And that's it finished. So I don't know if I'll be able to hold myself together. It's quite an upsetting time for me, to be honest. But hey ho, we'll get through it all. We'll get through it together, eh? Thanks for anyone who's left a tip, by the way. Much appreciated. And the coffees and all that, and the beers, whatever it is. Thank you so much. Have a great day, everyone. I'll put it on YouTube, yes. I will do. I'll put it on YouTube. I'll put all my last tours on this tour as well today. I'll put it on YouTube as well, so don't worry about that, everyone. So this tour is going to be on YouTube as well. The cherry blossom there. Thank you, Phil, for leaving a tip and everybody who's done so. Is there a town hall tomorrow? I didn't even know there was a town hall. What time's that on it? I didn't know there was a town hall on. Oh, yeah, man. Sorry, man. I usually say churro. I usually say bye and hello at the start and the end as well. I have a bad hair day today. How's everyone doing? Thank you very much for all the tips and the coffees and that, by the way. Thank you so much for sticking by me all the last couple of years as well, everyone. It's been an honour and a privilege to bring Heygo tours. It really has. It's helped change my life. It has. It's helped save my mental health as well. You know, I was feeling really low on what day was it? Tuesday or Wednesday, and I was going to cancel my tour because I was feeling so bad. But I'd done my tour, and at the end of it, I felt so much better. You know, it helps my mental health doing these tours as well. I know it helps other people with their mental health watching my tours, but it helps my mental health giving the tours. You know. Anyway, I'm going to go. Bye, everyone. I'm going to see you soon. Okay, I'm going to get upset. See you later, everybody. Oh man.